Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Friends, I already made the appeal in my last video where I want to speak in English. Now, I want to communicate in English. I have already told the reasons. Again, I'll repeat. With no disrespect to all my fellow viewers and subscribers in Asia, especially India and Pakistan, but the major reason I feel like these lectures are bit more important towards my brothers and sisters from the European countries. Why I am telling you this? I have been doing an analysis of my videos on my YouTube analytics. So in that research option where is there, the engagement of audience is there. I've been looking at the keywords, the searches which you all my brothers and sisters are, if at all whoever is watching, the majority of the section of the audience is from this region, European. Though I'm not getting the data of the countries. But in all likelihood, they would definitely not be understanding, and they are far more curious than our brothers, our respected brothers and sisters from countries like India and Pakistan, the two major countries from where hardly I get 40-45 viewers. So with all respect to these viewers also, I would like to put more attention to these my brothers and sisters on this side, western side, who are wanting to know about our Prophet's past, history and major achievements. And in that, our series is going on today. Just give a recce of the previous episodes. We have, alhamdulillah, completed our Nabi Sallallahu journey of Makkah. In this, we are starting with, as I mentioned, entering Makkah and Umrah. As you could see over here, the Prophet Sallallahu is about to enter Makkah. Basically, his caravan has entered Makkah. The Umrah is going to begin because he is in Hajj al-Qiran, and there are so many sections. I will just revise the paragraph wise, Dutwa entering Makkah, entering Masjid Haram. But more importantly, just a recap of the previous Makkah's journey which he has finished. We all know that Nabi Sallallahu caravan had started and the journey of Makkah had finished. We had finished all the chapters. Just a quick recap of all the paragraphs which had finished. The sermon before departure from Medina, his conveyance. Okay, Nabi Sallallahu having visions of our previous prophets who had done Hajj, sacrificing animals lecture, all of this we had covered in the previous 7 lectures. In the last lecture, we were at Saraf, as you would see in my last video. Nabi Sallallahu had just reached Saraf and just at the final time when he is about to enter, Nabi Sallallahu attended to his wife Aisha radiallahu anha. They are just at about 20 kilometers, as you could see from here, 20 kilometers north of Makkah. So it is the place. There Nabi Sallallahu also married Maimuna. We already read in the last chapter. Primarily they have just read, and we'll just cover the last basic hadith when Nabi Sallallahu attended to his wife Aisha radiallahu anha, because she was weeping as she had just started her menses, and she was telling to Nabi Sallallahu that how would I start my Hajj and how would I come. Alhamdulillah, Nabi Sallallahu, such sweet words, such golden words from his lovable mouth. Nabi Sallallahu is telling to his beloved wife Aisha radiallahu anha that you are just a daughter of Adam, and Allah has ordered it will not have harm for you to be daughters of Adam. Just a very golden hadith from last lecture, where our sisters or our women, whenever they are in Hajj, and if they are starting about their menses or about to start, you don't need to worry. Whether Sallallahu had ordained his wife, that means our wife are allowed to start the Hajj. And here we can conclude, as the caravan has started from Medina to Makkah. My previous 7-8 lectures, you could go through all of them, and in that I have covered. Again, my humblest request, read them enthusiastically. And I have seen that people are making the searches. I just pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that my video also reaches to some of the feeds, and instead of those useless, again I keep on saying, those videos which are of no use anyway, only to grapple your mind, this is all media. They are all these YouTube mediums. From somewhere you try to get those feeds, you feed on them, and aside in the cookery videos and news videos and all of that. I pray to Allah that my video or anybody else, any Sheikh's video reaches to you and you start reading and enthusiasm grows. Here we are at such an important stage now that our Nabi Sallallahu had just entered his caravan, had just entered Makkah, and we are here entering Makkah and Umrah, and let us begin. So, starting The Prophet ﷺ and his companions entered Makkah on Sunday the 4th of Dhul Hijjah. So now the Dhul Hijjah month is there. We are about to know this, the last month of Islamic calendar, Dhul Hijjah. We all know after 2-3 months Nabi ﷺ side demise is going to happen, and this is Dhul Hijjah. 4th of Dhul Hijjah. 8th of Dhul Hijjah, the Hajj will begin. So about 4-5 days are remaining. Nabi ﷺ just entered Makkah. Before carrying out the rites of Umrah. After its completion, they moved to Al-Abada, situated to the east of Makkah, because they complete the Umrah. The companions are also Nabi ﷺ, and then they remain there until start of Hajj. Remain where? Al-Abda. We are starting now to Dhutua. Now see, this is the picture of Dhutua. We have just found an old pilgrim encampment, although we do not know the year of this picture. It is a black and white image, possibly in the years of 1900s. This is a Dhutua. In his times, it will be different. The structures of these camps will be, the tents will be different. So you can imagine. So here we are. Before entering the city, he encamped at Dhutua, known as Jarwal. It is also known as Abar al-Zahir, where he spent the night. So, before entering the holy city of Makkah, he has camped at this place, which is Dhutua. It was also known as Jarwal and Abar al-Zahir. And on the morning of 4th Dhul Hijjah, the Prophet ﷺ performed Fajr Salah near a large knoll close to the mosque that had been built here. He spent the night, and in the morning of 4th Dhul Hijjah, Nabi ﷺ is performing his Fajr Salah there only, rather than within the mosque itself. But he didn't pray in the mosque, he's praying outside. He then bathed himself using the water from the well of Tuwa. There is a well there in Tuwa. So he has done his ghusl. Okay, after Fajr Salah, you could see. And it was his usual practice before entering Makkah. So anytime earlier also, if he would enter Makkah, he would camp at this Dhutua, praise Fajr, take the bath from the well of Dhutua, and then he will enter the city of Makkah. We have a Sahih Hadith, Al-Bukhari, 1553-1573, Muslim Hadith 157. You people, all my brothers and sisters, can refer to this Hadith. So now, Alhamdulillah, he is entering Makkah. The Prophet ﷺ proceeded in the direction of the mountain that stood between him and the Kaaba, Jabal Adaqir, and entered Makkah in mid-morning from its high point at Qada via the highest path. I repeat, Nabi ﷺ proceeding in the direction of the mountain. So he is proceeding in the direction of the mountain. There is a mountain which is between him and the Kaaba, Jabal al-Dakhil. Jabal al-Dakhil is one mountain. It is between him and he enters at the Makkah Kaaba. Okay, he entered Makkah in mid-morning. It's like in between the morning and between the afternoon. It is in the middle of the morning after his Salah. From his high point at Qadda via the highest pathway, the highest, Al-Bukhari 1767 is there, Hadith is there. And then he descended the valley, okay, riding on his she camel Al-Qaswa while repeating the Talbiyah. Talbiyahs are going on. There is this mountain, Al-Jabal al-Dakhil. From that valley he is now descending and very much near to enter Kaaba. As he came to the residential area, not the Kaaba, but the residential area. Bukhari of Hadith 1798, he was received by some boys belonging to the Al-Mutallib clan. This is the very same clan of which he is the family. His family is okay. He is from Al-Mutallib, his clan. So the boys have seen him, the boys have seen him and all of his companions. The caravan has just reached this second. This is the place. Boys are very happy, they are joyous. And he mounted one of them on front of him. Like he took one boy and mounted on his camel, and other behind him is made to his Masjid al-Haram. Is just going to go to Masjid al-Haram. He is going to go now to the Masjid al-Haram. It is highlighted Masjid al-Haram over here. If I try to read about it, it will become a little longer. But you again can imagine this picture. Nabi ﷺ, from his own clan of Abdul Muttalib clan, some boys have come. He is very happy. He takes one of the boys and makes him sit on his camel Kaswa in front of him. Mount the boy. One boy behind. He's just about to enter the Masjid al-Haram. In those days, Masjid al-Haram structure will be smaller, not the big. We have a representation image over here. Depiction of Masjid al-Haram at the time of Nabi ﷺ. So you could very much imagine this is the Kaaba. The boundaries had been created. Okay. As we all know, the earlier year, the very statues, idols had been removed. You can see the idols are not here now. Okay, and it is pretty much plain. This is a depiction of Masjid al-Haram. Here is the Kaaba, and Nabi Sallallahu is going to enter it in this Masjid al-Haram. We have a hadith from Aisha radiallahu anha. She is narrating that the first thing the Prophet Sallallahu did on reaching Makkah was the ablution. So, before entering the Kaaba, he has entered Makkah. He is doing his wudu. Sahih hadith from Aisha radiallahu anha, Al-Bukhari hadith 1640. He has done his wudu. And then he performed the tawaf of the Kaaba. The Prophet ﷺ has first dismounted on his camel before entering the Kaaba. The Kaaba is here, as you can see in the picture. So he is dismounted. Come out from his camel now. He arrived at the gate of the mosque. So this is the gate of the mosque, we can imagine. Before renewing his wudu, so before entering the Kaaba from the gate, he is doing his wudu again. Bear in mind, don't forget they had already done the ghusl. This is the mid-morning. This is the time. Now, this entry of Nabi Sallallahu was paramount importance days. Okay, he had earlier also visited Makkah and has done Umrah also, but it's this time he is a Qiran. He is not a Murim only. Of course, he will do his Umrah, but he is not going to relieve from his Umrah stay. This is only Hajj. So he is basically a Haji. He is a Qiran. A Karim, sorry. So this entry is with the Niyyah of Hajj. It's big importance. It's a historic occasion in our Islamic history. And every time Dhul Hajj will come, these images, you will be recalling them and will feel so blessed when they will flash across you. So try to imagine that what could be the scenes. These are very joyous scenes. Also the companions. And caravan, all of the people who are with him, also his very dearest Sahabi's wives, all of them, they are very joyous because this is Hajj, not Umrah. So his entry has happened, he's done his wudu, and now he has performed his tawaf of the Kaaba. Again I will say, mention Bukhari Hadith 1640. Now during this period, the mosque was a small open area with the Kaaba at its center. Mosque was a small open area. Now we have bounded it. Not we, of course, custodian of the Holy Mosque, His Highness King Solomon, and the previous kings, present custodian is King Solomon. So it was an open area. Kaaba is at the center, as we can see in the image. He entered through the gate known as Bab Abdul Manaf. You have to remember this. Dear viewers, Bab Abdul Bab, very simple. I am in Saudi Arabia. Bab meaning door. Door Abdul Manaf. Today's name is Abdul Manaf. Today it is Bab Bani and Shaiba, the door of Bani Shaiba or Bab al-Salam, situated between the gates of Safa and Marwa on the same side of the Prophet ﷺ birthplace. Now, this was the gate that Prophet ﷺ would normally use to enter the mosque when he lived in Makkah. You have to keep this in mind. Of course, I can recommend to you, but if it is not possible, don't. But Nabi Sallallahu, we come to know from enter used to when in his livelihood, and of course in his childhood, while he was growing in his growing years of Makkah, he would enter from the gate of Bani Shaiba, gate Bani Shaiba or gate Bab al-Salam, famous gate. When now you would be doing your Hajj or Umrah and you are at Masjid al-Haram, this gate is far too very famous, but very crowded now. If it is not possible for all, do not worry. But this was the very practice of our Prophet ﷺ, that he would enter from this gate whenever he went to Kaaba. Now. It was a practice of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to perform 2 rakah nafil. Whenever we will enter the mosque, we will do a tahiyatul masjid. Any mosque. But Masjid al-Haram also, now the masjid is an open area, has entered the Kaaba, he is about to reach the Kaaba, but primarily he has been masjid. Masjid is a boundary. We would always pray 2 rakah of nafil. Nabi Sallallahu, our Prophet would always pray 2 rakah, nafil. So when he would enter any masjid, however, when he entered Masjid al-Haram, he headed straight to the Kaaba without offering the prayer. Now, this is a very important point. We should be aware of this here. I should highlight this point. He has not prayed his prayer to Masjid. He has gone directly to the Kaaba. He has not prayed 2 rakah of nafil, though he would normally pray. It was his practice, but from this we come to know that he has not prayed. Very important point to note. This is the Kaaba. today's present image. You can see. Oh, it is of 1954. The Kaaba of 1954. The image from 1954. Yeah. There is a report that when Prophet ﷺ first set sight on the Kaaba, though he has already seen Kaaba, but this as a Haji, it is a Hajj. He's trying to show, display his feelings, not for his own self also, to the very companions also aside on him. That look, I am a Haji, as a Haji now, this is the sight which I am watching with the Kaaba with. This is my sight of Allah. But as a Haji, deep within, his respect, his gratitude, his inner self, his consciousness itself is lit up. He's watching the Kaaba. So we can't describe his feelings. Within it, it's surreal. The feelings are undescribable. Though he has seen it before, but this is as Haji he is seeing. And there is a report. When he first set his sight on the Kaaba, he is praying this dua: Allahumma zid hadal bayt tashrifan. Oh Allah, increase this house in honor and ennoblement. So Allahumma zid hadal bayt, this bayt, tashrifan wa takriman, means honor and ennoblement. He's praying for the bayt as a Haji, and he's reading this dua: wa taziman wa mahabbatan, also with reverence and awe. Increase this house, and it is Nabi's dua. So of course Allah is about to accept it. Wa zid man sharrafahu وَكَرَّمَهُ, and increase the one who also honors and ennobles it. So can you imagine Nabi Sallallahu is actually praying for the increase in the honor of the house of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, but also the devotee or the muhrim or the Haji who is going to come and honor the Kaaba, also the pilgrim. Also for those who travel to it to do Hajj and Umrah. So, وَكَرَّمَهُ مِمَّنْ حَجَّهُ وَتَمَرَّهُ. So Umrah also and Hajj also, whoever come, tashrifan wa ta'ziman wa bira. Wow, Nabi Sallallahu. Can you imagine he thinks of his ummah so much? He is setting his sight on the Kaaba. At that time also he is only thinking of his ummah which is about to fall. And we doing so many sins. So many sins. Ya Rab, Allah forgive us. That time also he is praying to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala that Ya Allah, honor the Kaaba, but at the same time also honor those pilgrims and muhrims and hajis and the Umrah pilgrims who are about to come and going to honor this, which we are daily, every hour. If we are far doing it, if we are near to Kaaba, we are doing it. So every time we are doing it, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala's Nabi, Prophet is praying for us 1500 years ago. This dua, after this, he finished this dua with Allahumma anta ya habibi, all my dearest. Anta means you. So Allahumma means oh Allah. Allahumma, humma, ya Allah, oh Allah, you are peace. Anta salam. See, this is the dua which we pray after every salam. This is the famous dua. Allahumma anta salam, you are salam. Wa minka salam, and from you is also peace. Allah, you are salam. Anta salam wa minka salam. Fahayyina Rabbana bis salam. Fa means so. So fa means so. Hayyina means give us. Rabbana bis salam. Rabbana means oh Lord, again we are saying for. We are telling to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we are saying to Him that oh Allah, you are salam. From you also is salam. Anta salam wa minka salam. So for hayyina, give us Ya Rabb, Rabbana bis salam. So Ya Rabb, give us life in the peace, abode of peace, bis salam. So we praying to Him that Ya Rabb, forgive us and give us Jannah, the place of peace. We'll try to finish Hajj al-Aswad in this short para, and we will not go to Tawaf, dears. I'd like to keep it little smaller, the lectures. Instead of 30 minutes, I try to keep it 20-25 minutes. I've seen that possibly people might not be possibly people might not be able to go to 30 minutes, so I'll try to keep it at 20 minutes. Here it is Hajar al-Aswad image. This is the image from the year, sorry. This is the image from 1947 here, Hajar al-Aswad. Okay? Hajar al-Aswad. Some error, technical error. Just a minute. Okay. Now we are going down. Okay, as the Prophet ﷺ reached the Hajar al-Aswad, he put his hands on the blessed stone and glorified God. See, he's reached Kaaba and he's directly gone to Hajar al-Aswad, which nowadays is the practice of, but if it is not possible, it is usually done. It is simply not possible. So do not try to harm the fellow pilgrims and colleagues. Whenever you are doing your we all know it is pretty much common, we all know this. The management, the authorities of Saudi Arabia government keeps on imploring to us, requesting us all that be respectful, be careful towards our fellow pilgrims, don't try to harm them and jostle them while reaching to Kaaba, Hajar al-Aswad. So he has gone to Hajar al-Aswad, he put his hands on the blessed stone, glorified God. This hadith, Bukhari, Sahih hadith, 11597, and he then kissed it, Hajar al-Aswad, prostrating himself in veneration. And then he made the sujood. First he kissed, then made the sujood. We have the Sahih hadith. But causing him to shed tears, would you believe if the Hajar hadith is still 20:45? He's crying. He started to cry. The tears started flowing from the beloved eyes of our Prophet Nabi Sallallahu. What a scene! Just imagine the very feeling of the companions who are watching this. I'm just reimagining, I'm having goosebumps. So he went straight to Hajar al-Aswad. He touched Hajar al-Aswad. All the companions are on his side. He kissed Hajar al-Aswad. And then he does the sujood. And while he's doing sujood, Nabi Sallallahu started to cry. Sahih hadith. Imagine the scene. I'm speechless. We have a report from Abdullah ibn Umar radiyallahu anhu. Prophet Sallallahu put his blessed lips upon the stone. He put his lips on Hajar al-Aswad and he cried for a long time. We have this hadith, Al-Salih Subhal Huda wa Rashad. He cried for a long time. It's historic. We should be aware of this, my brothers and sisters. Try to spread this in your family. Put this story in front of your family. Do not waste time in telling them, singing songs for them. Try, if they are knowledgeable enough, your children, your wife, try to make interest in them. Try them to get more curiosity towards our Islam. And do this, make it more interesting and enthusiastic for them, so that their interest gets generated. Tell them about this. Nabi Sallallahu is crying for a longer time. Have you ever heard about this? Yes, somewhere else? We know that the most difficult day in the Nabi Sallallahu life was the day of Taif, where he suffered a lot of torture from Makkans, the Taifans. We can't do it. And his feet were bleeding. But here Nabi Sallallahu is crying for a long time. Very important. When he raised his head, he saw Hazrat Umar radiyallahu anhu. He is crying also. His beloved Sahaba, his beloved companion. May Allah have blessings on Hazrat Abu Bakr, Hazrat Iman, Hazrat all of them. Peace and blessings on all of them. And so he said, Ya Umar, this is the place to cry. Our Nabi is crying. Hazrat Umar, his companion is also crying. And our Prophet is telling Hazrat Umar, Ya Umar, this is the place to cry. We should repent. We remember our sins. Anytime we go there, repent. Ask forgiveness to us. I pray to Allah. All you brothers, may Allah forgive my sins also and our sins. He's crying. It becomes a sunnah automatically, He's crying. Purest of the person. to ever land on this at this place. The Nabi Sallallahu, can you imagine, is the cleanest. What a sin he would have had. Yet he is crying. Unimaginable. And Umar ibn al-Khattab. Oh my God, what companion. Our Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, we have a narration from him. Wallahi, I know that you are a stone and can neither benefit. Famous hadith of Bukhari 1602 and Nasai 2937. Famous. You are a stone. You cannot benefit. You are not making any benefit to us. Neither you can harm us. But had I not seen Prophet ﷺ touching and kissing you, I would not have ever touched and kissed. And what a famous hadith this from Umar ibn al-Khattab. So, because of his narration, we started kissing. So we are not aware of this, but because Nabi did it, our Prophet ﷺ kissed it and touched it. All the Muharrim started doing this practice, touching it and kissing it. If it is not physically possible to kiss it by lips, we do it by action, which we all know in the procedures of Hajj, the steps, from a farther duration, whichever duration you have. We show our hands, palms of both the hands, pretty much our length is till the earlobes, and we'll try to make an imitation of the kiss, imagining that this is pretty much a kiss as if Nabi Sallallahu had done it. Here we are ending the lecture number 10, basically the lecture number first of his entrance to the Makkah. What a lecture it was. It was very informative and also knowledgeable for me itself. Dears, I'll tell you, I'm not some very big sheikh. Neither am I aware of all of this. Of course, who am I in front of? There is such a big lineup of our sheikhs in this. I'm nothing in front. What am I trying to do is making some contact with you all viewers who are of like my age or some little younger than me. All these brothers who are wasting their time out there and doing some activity or wanting something to know. And here when I'm reading and doing this with you, I myself also am learning more about this. It is informative for me also. So thanks for you all my viewers also so that you encourage me, and I hope this lecture reaches to you. You also contemplate more on it and read more. Pray for me, keep me in your du'as, and take care of yourself. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.